Hey guys, yeah, as you could tell, I'm at my job site. I'm on my lunch right now. But that's not what I'm here to talk about, because yes, I am working today as well as tomorrow, but again, that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I am here to talk about, though, is something that a lot of analysis in the Brony Pegasustic community, in the MLP FIM fandom overall, has been talking about, including the one and only Dr. Wolf, as far as the Brony Pegasustic community and Rift Cafe community goes. And that is the reveal of several episodic titles, or titles I should say, for upcoming episodes in this 9th and final season of Friendship is Magic. Now, we do know that Beginning of the End is going to premiere this Saturday. We know that. We know it's going to premiere this Saturday. And we know that both parts, part 1 and 2, have different synopses about them, but basically telling the same story. One is about Grogar wanting to conquer Equestria, but Sombra has plans of his own. And on top of that, you have Sombra, according to this part 2 synopsis, wanting to conquer Equestria himself. But those are not the only episodes with synopsis that we've been given. The episode that comes out on the 13th is called Uprooted. Now this episode deals with the Student 6. So yes, we're getting a Student 6 episode right off the bat. Well, not immediately, but basically the third episode of the season. So you can kind of say it's kind of right off the bat, if you will. But we are getting a Student 6 episode. And the synopsis is the Student 6 basically find out, or they get summoned by the Tree of Harmony, only to find out that it's been destroyed. And basically the Tree of Harmony, once again in translucent, sparkly twilight form, basically helps them try to find a way to memorialize it. And this also could be where we see them kind of be given the idea, or given the clue, or at least acknowledged by the Tree of Harmony that they're going to be the next in lines to be the new bearers of the elements of harmony. Now, the episode that follows that, of course, I think is episode 200, which is called Twilight 7. This episode deals with Twilight and Shining Armor finally settling a long-standing sibling rivalry. But as they do so, they find other parties get involved along to help them. Now, Twilight 7, which a play is on Magnificent 7, I can only guess means that she's going to have the main 6 and Starlight and Spike helping her try to settle this with Shining Armor, who might have, Cadence and a few other, friendly rivals along with him to try to settle this rivalry once and for all. The episode that follows that, though, so that should be an interesting. Well, before I get into the episode that follows it, it's also indicated that this episode will also be not only the 200th episode, but it'll be in a way a thank you to the actresses that helped bring the main 6 and some of the other characters they voiced to life. That includes those being Tara Strong. Those actresses, of course, if you don't know, Tara Strong is Twilight, Tabitha St. Germain is Rarity, Ashley Ball is Rainbow Dash and Applejack, Andrea Limbrim, I believe, as Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie, Kathy Riddick, I think that's her name, as Spike, Nicole Oliver as Celestia, Tabitha St. Germain once again as Luna. You get the idea. So it's going to be more of a like basically episode 100, Slice of Life, was a thank you to the fans. episode 200 is going to be a thank you to the actresses, which I cannot wait to see how they pull this one off story-wise. Then following that, we have episode 5, which is called The Point of No Return. I think that's the point. I think that's what it's called. But basically, the synopsis is that Twilight realizes she has yet to return an overdue book to the Camelot Library, and it may, because of her forgetting about it, and not giving it focus, if you will. Basically, the synopsis is, because she didn't return it, she's afraid it's going to cost her favorite librarian at the Camelot Library her job. So it looks like we're going to get introduced to a new character, as far as the show goes, that's going to have a close relationship, a friendship with Twilight. But then the episode that follows that is really, really interesting. Sorry about that, but like I said, the episode that follows that is one that really caught my attention. It's one of the more recent episodes that got its title revealed over the past 48 hours, and that is episode 6, She's All Yak. And it's a play on the movie title She's All That. And you might say, oh, it's a Yona episode, right? Well, technically yes, and technically no. What it is, synopsis-wise, according to the synopsis, is there's a school dance coming up. And Sandbar, that's right, Sandbar the pony, wants to ask Yona out, or wants to take Yona to the dance. So Yona decides to go to Rarity and her friends to get advice, as well as get a makeover, and not just looks, but in possible personality. And if you know MLP as much as maybe I do, and I don't know it that much, because I've been in the fandom for as long as I have, so I only know from what I see and from what I hear and read. But if you know anything about them, anything about the show, is that they will actually take elements of the movie that they're parodying their title off of. They'll take elements maybe and incorporate that into the episode. So, don't be surprised if you've seen the movie She's All That, if you see things you see similar moments to it in She's All Yak. But the reason I bring this up is mainly because of the fact that this is actually the first time that any main characters have ever been teased for a ship besides just Rarity and Spike. Because let's be honest, the closest I think Rarity and Spike have gone to a dance is when, as much as I hate to say this, is when Spike was in the Equestria world as a dog, and Rarity, I think, didn't have anybody to go with her to that dance. She saw Spike, was like, hey, what other choice do you have? Yeah, and everything. She's like, you know what? Screw it. I'll go with you. I'll take you. And that's what she did, as far as I know. But here's the point. Here's the point that I'm getting at. But if you take that out of the equation, this is the first time any main characters, whether you like the Student 6 or you don't, have been teased with some kind of ship. I mean, you have Sandbar asking Yona to a dance. So, are they teasing a Sandbar-Yona ship here? Maybe. But the reason I also bring this up, and the reason I talked about it in the video that premiered earlier this morning, around 7 a.m. Pacific, was because, as I mentioned with the synopsis, Rarity is involved. So it makes you wonder if Rarity and Spike will play a part, and maybe this will be another step in this disparity in the direction of making Sparity, Spike and Rarity official in some way. We'll have to wait and see, but it sounds really interesting. It sounds really interesting and intriguing that they would go in this direction, if you know what I mean. It seems really interesting and intriguing that they would go with this in this direction. Now, the next one after that, I think is called Sweet and Smoky. I'm not really sure. It could be that one. I'm not really sure just yet. I have to look back on it. But the other one is called Sweet and Smoky, and it's going to involve Fluttershy. Get this, Fluttershy, Spike, and Smolder going to the Dragonlands. The reason being is because they have to help Smolder's overly sensitive brother, or undersensitive brother. And we can only imagine who that is. I think we're getting teased as to who her brother is. And if it's who we all think it is, man, does that throw a wrench in the dynamic of the Spike story arc when it comes to the Dragonlands. You know what I'm saying? That throw a wrench in the dynamic. Now, there is another episode. I can't really think about it right now. I'll probably think about it later on. In fact, I'll provide a link down below so you guys can check them out yourselves. But it's another. Oh yeah, it's can't think of the episode right now. I don't know if this is the 6th or 7th episode. It might be the 6th episode, and then She's All Yak might be the 7th episode. I'm not really sure, but this one deals with Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, and Pinkie Pie meeting up with Quibble and his daughter. And the story and the synopsis is Quibble is coming to Rainbow Dash to ask her and her friends for help to basically help her daughter bond with his new special friend, basically his new lady friend. Which, if it's what we think it is basically another story already that we've seen before, where a child just will not be accepting of someone taking the original parent's place. Again, I can't think of the title right now, but when I do, I will let you know in the description down below. Or I'll provide a link so you guys can check it out. And then the last episode that they had listed, as far as I know, was Frenemies. And this is actually going to be an all-villain episode, as far as we know. And it's going to be a Grogar-centric one as well, because Grogar, according to the synopsis, sends out his minions, we can only guess, being the villains that have faced the main six in the past, to go out on a mission as allies, but the more they bond together, the more they almost become friends. So, yeah, we can only imagine what this is going to involve, who it's going to involve, but this episode sounds really good. But yeah, we have the episode that I can't think of the name of right now with Rainbow Dash having Cribble Pants. We have She's All Yak, which is obviously a shipping episode, if you ask me. I can't believe that's actually going to be happening. And to me, probably could be a step in making the Sparity thing more official. Whether people like it or not. We have Point of No Return. Like I said, we have Frenemies. We have, with that stipulation, with that synopsis, we have Sweet and Smoky with not just Smolder and Spike going to the Dragonlands, but also Fluttershy, and this is something fans have been waiting for, Fluttershy and Spike having an episode. So it's going to be, so basically these episodes that I've listed off best as I could definitely sound like they have potential in them to be really good in the first half of the season. Now, I'm not going to deny the fact that the closer we get to the premiere, that we'll probably get word about the next 4 to 3 episodes that will finish off the first half of season 9. So, whatever they're going to be, I cannot wait to see, as well as you guys, I know can't wait to see. And I'll give Hasbro and Discovery Family a lot of credit. At least they are holding off until certain times to let us know what we're going to be in store for, instead of having it leaked and spoiled like last year. So, let me know what you guys think though down below. I got to get back into work. But let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to y'all later.